wonderful people, and welcome to Critical Misses. I am Pope, and we are back with another episode of Masks Advanced Studies. Um, right now, let's see some of our wonderful people. Hopefully, Layla will be with us later, but that is up in the air as of current. But for those who are here, Kayla, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Hey everybody, I'm Caleb Belmont, and I'm playing Strider, the Protege.
Yes, and alongside Strider is Saskia, also known as Loki, played by Faye. How you doing, friend?
I'm okay. I just got off of a hectic shift. Dealing with drunk children.
Well, hopefully there will be less drunkards, but probably just as much chaos. I apologize.
I hope for more chaos.
Well, with that, I want to thank all of you for tuning in live. Feel free, if you are interested, to try and affect our game. This is natural play where there is interaction from the audience. You can take those wonderful cryptocurrencies, those loyalty bits, and use them to affect the narrative. With +1 weapon, that is going to be a +1 forward in our game. That will be a +1 to a next roll. Careful with that. That can be good and bad. +2 magic item is some sort of utility MacGuffin. I will warn you, all MacGuffins are cursed. That is just the nature of things. Cursed object. That is going to let me throw in yet another rogue to our rogues gallery. That is what that does for us. And then lore drop allows us to just take sort of a narrative beat and give more backstory to the world, or bits of the past that are affecting the present, which is a big thing in our narrative. So feel free to use those. We will get to them either during the session or in the next one as we take copious notes here. With that, let's do one of those quick little recaps that you see on the inside of a comic book. So our team of youthful heroes in the Empire State at Empire University have been dealing with the normal things of being college students. The pressure of classes, having to balance checkbooks, etc. At the same time, they're youthful heroes and have a number of extra responsibilities. But in convening and sort of kibitzing about what to do with course loads, etc. Later on, there was a call for patrol, and they did assemble. They got some information from Vale, Strider's mentor, that there are a lot more villains that are interested in taking stuff, as a lot of the city's heroes are away right now, dealing with some sort of cosmic or interdimensional threat. And so, when the heroes are away, the villains will play. And they ended up confronting an anti-hero of all things after some digging by the Mark, Sanguine, who was on a bit of a rampage. However, in confronting Honeybee, Sanguine maybe bit off a bit more than she could chew, as our youthful heroes confronted the both of them, and the fight was rough. But they managed to walk away with some hover boots and some other nice swag. But licking their wounds, they made their way back to base. And one noted that Overdrive had left with them, scouting ahead, but was not there when the fight began. Was not there after. And after some realizations about honeybees and tech, there was concern about the House of Secrets, one of the targets that Vale sort of revealed, as well as the Bark's intel, saying was one of the biggest targets. And as they went out, they found that there was a note placed outside the front door of their incredibly secret and well-secured base, with a black rose to accompany it. It was written, at least in theory, by an individual named Wiley, a villain of note who has a tendency to be able to tear reality a new hole or two, and had absconded with Overdrive and was going to return them when the time was right. So this set off all sorts of alarms. And as the group went off their separate ways to investigate and deal with things their own way, where it was to Vale for more clarity, advice, help, or off to the House of Secrets to investigate its defenses, or off to the countryside, to try and use magic on the Black Rose. All these things had some potent ramifications. Ramifications that we are quickly coming to. But before we meet up with our young heroes, turn the page, and we are back outside the House of Secrets. The wrought iron gate surrounding one of the rarest things in the Empire State, a yard, both front and back. A Victoriano-style house sitting upon the property, multi-story. It is a sort of ominous vibe. It's standing out amongst the brownstones that surround it. Curtains are pulled. It is early morning, before the sun has risen. It's dark. But even in the darkness of early morning, around the House of Secrets, something that hasn't been seen in some time, especially in this neighborhood, is a shadow darkening one of the lower floor's windows. The shadow of the figure of a well-suited gentleman. And then we turn the page. We find ourselves in familiar but stressed confines of one of Vale's many safe houses throughout the Empire City. And revelation has fallen upon Strider. Asked what happened surrounding Strider's disappearance. Vale's many changes. It's been 10 years. Vale responds, "We weren't the only one missing."
What do you mean I wasn't the only one?
As Nightingale tried to explain it to me, the quantum event that what you hear didn't just happen here. It didn't happen all at once. Something like that punches a hole multiple places, multiple times. And so it wasn't just you who went missing, but you're the first, any at least I know, who have come back. There were...
What about the rest of the team? Clara, T-Rez, Jessamine, Andy.
They didn't disappear then. Some of them are still around, doing more work. Some of them went off with the others to deal with whatever's happening up there. Now, the ones who went missing were in other cities. Sunset, Star, Coastside, Paradise. All these different cities had a young hero or villain just up and disappear through some sort of gate. You're the first one back.
And you didn't tell me any of this? Like, you just decide now to tell me all this?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. I thought we were partners. You can't just keep something like that from me.
You're still trying to... I'm still trying to get a handle on all of this.
How do you think I feel? It's...
There's a lot going on. It may just be you who shows back. It may be...
We gotta help them somehow.
With how Nightingale explained it, there's no help.
Oh, just like there was... So after that, did you just give up on me? Give up on everything? Was me just being back a fluke to you?
It's not just a fluke, but at the same time, as the only person that I know who does the time travel thing on the regular and has even a grasp of multidimensional theory that I can comprehend, Nightingale said that once past the event horizon, there was no way that we could know where or when you would end up. That we could hope and prepare, but you could have gone anywhere, any when. And any number of factors could change where you would reappear. And so I couldn't just wait around. I am relieved that you are back, and it is a blessing, more so this time than most. At the same time, I couldn't just wait. I couldn't just put life on pause.
I'm not asking you to wait. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not mad at you for the time rift. I know that's not your fault. Look, and he like draws back and starts to pace. When I wanted to be your sidekick, I told you that through thick and thin, this is what I wanted to do. Be it, and as shit as it is, I understand that this is part of like the whole superhero business, right? Danger happens. shit like this goes down on a day-to-day basis for us. What I'm mad about is that instead of treating me like a partner and getting me up to base, you decided to stick me in that abandoned building surrounded by the faces of my friends. No contacts, no squat, and I'm just supposed to act like that's no. Like I'm a good soldier. I could have helped with this. Like, how many weeks have gone by now? And now with this, like, you're hurt. I could have been there to help you.
I understand needing to share a load. That's why I gave you the intel I did. But at the same time, the world has progressed, and the threats that we used to face together have gotten far more dire. And should something happen to me, I need to make certain that you're not there, that you can carry on, that you can keep this city safe. And so we need to be apart, especially right now.
And you see, like, when she says apart like that, you see his face kind of scrunch up and he, like, looks aside and says, okay, fine. And he looks to the meds, slaps them on the table. If anything else comes up, feel free to let me know. You can do the rest. I'm sure you've had, 10 years by yourself to do this. And he stomps out, slams the door behind him.
And from a shadow behind her, there is a text box that pops up that just says, well, that could have gone better. And we turn the page. So, where do we find Saskia right now?
Saskia was at the diner with,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
With our wonderful newspaper friend.
Yeah.
So, for a brief moment, the briefest of moments, you look down at whatever you ordered. It is delicious. It is wonderful. And when you look back up from your plate, you find that the mark and everything that was on their plate, everything that was in the glass that was set at their place, is gone. And in its place, neatly set upon a plate, is another black rose.
Is the newspaper boy there?
No.
Of course not. Fuck. Loki's gonna call up Strider. We have a few problems.
Is he's just like angry parkouring up a side of a building. You and me both. What's up?
Well, do you want the short stuff or the long stuff or the worst first?
Loki,
or-
just tell me what's going on.
Okay, so I was meeting up with the Mark because the Mark had done something and fucked up. I had done something and fucked up. The Mark is gone, and I have
Wait,
some
the-
form of ancient deity wanting to eat me. This is fun.
Ancient deity, huh? Okay.
Mm,
Are we talking the good kind of like Odin grumpy sword, or like a Zeus, or we talking like something with like 5 sets of teeth and 10 tentacles?
okay, so calling it a god or a deity, that's kind of incorrect. It's more...
Eldritch horror?
no, worse. One of the fonts of magic in the universe. This
Oh,
is
good.
fine. It's called the
Okay.
consumption. It's gonna eat me. Because I played with the rose and I stared
Wait,
at the
you
thing.
play with the rose?
We're gonna just keep going over that one. Yeah, so I stared at it, it stared back, and I managed to cut the connection, but it's seen me now, and these things like eating those that play with magic.
Loki, I need you to breathe one step at a time.
The Mark is still gone.
Okay.
They were
Alright.
sitting next to me. Wiley, Coyote, that I want to murder, he took them.
You mean the guy from the note?
Yeah, I have a second black rose. I don't like these things.
Alright.
And judging by where we are, the Mark did something to do with the House of Horrors. I know that's not his actual name, but
Well,
yeah, we were meeting here to talk about what we'd done. We didn't get to because Wile E. Coyote appeared, and now there's problems.
okay. Look, I have an idea, but I need you to go back to base, alright? We are flying blind in here, and us just trying to, like, go out and find the Mark, or trying to check the house is going to get us killed. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I will also point out you're fucked up from the fight before.
Yeah.
The Mark and I didn't do what we said we were going to do. Can I sleep when we get back to the base? That's all I'm asking. That's all I care about.
Yeah. There's some spare rooms you can use.
Fine. Loki gets up, throws some money on the counter, and just like, great. Looks at the food and then goes, "Can I get a to-go box? I really want my food."
It's at this point that like Strider is like climbing back into base and just says like, "Hey, just breathe. I think I've got a friend that could help." And he looks to one of the little beepers on one of his old suits.
Who are you trying to contact?
It's a good question. So the initial idea was that he was going to use the like old team wavelength to send out a beep, because he doesn't know where the fuck everyone is, but he does know that the Jessamine was a big big like hacker, and if she like she would know what is going on right now. He feels like.
Okay. Give me a superior world here.
Okay.
Let's see how, in reaching out,
Mm-hmm.
if you're able to get in contact with her in a quick manner.
Okay. Ugh, nope.
Mark potential.
Potential. Hey, I'm full.
Well, you can take an advance. But yeah, you use the old communicator,
Mm-hmm.
and again, this is something that to you isn't old,
Mm-hmm.
but to it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been recharged in forever and a day. It still has juice, but you use
It's gonna
it,
take some
and
time.
wait,
Yeah.
and you wait, and no response.
Loki, I think we should just get some sleep for now. We're both exhausted and beat up, and I can't get anyone on the old frequency.
Please tell me that
rest.
wasn't your only idea. I have some ideas. They're mostly bad. Some might be funny. But mostly bad, probably. Me.
Look, I don't know what to do at this point, to be honest with you. The last time we struck it out on our own, we got our butts kicked by fucking Vampirella and the bee movie. I think we need some rest first off, and then we can decide where we go from here.
Okay. I do want to play more with magic, but that will be later. Loki finds, like... Loki was gonna go to one of the bedrooms, but then just, like, goes on the couch and face plants and is just completely out cold.
And it's one of those couches that's just kind of like consumes you. It has that sort of extra plush cushions, but it's also old enough that the springs aren't quite as springy as they used to be, so it just like forms like a half taco around Loki as Loki collapses.
I think that Strider, when he sees this, is going to grab some spare sheets and put them around.
Aww.
Yeah, there's a I want to say themed fleece Soul Brother blanket. Essentially, one of our world's Supermen gets placed over, and yeah. So with that, Loki is out.
Turn around and look at the place. Just kind of rub my eyes. I look at the old team photo and just like, I wish y'all were here. I really do. He goes back to his room and crashes as well.
Well, most of the time, sleep's, while important, not necessarily a bad thing. But there's a difference between sleep for the mundane, sleep for those that toy with magic. as the realm of dreams is its own strange, terrible, magnificent place. And as Loki dozes, Loki's subconscious one travels into that realm and finds themselves in a place far more close to descriptions of Alice in Wonderland than normal. It is colorful, vibrant, and Loki finds himself coming to on a toadstool. And not too far away, curled up in a bed of daffodils and daisies, is a little black cat that just peers up, looks its ears, stares at you, and it doesn't move its lips, but you can hear it quite clearly in your head. Well, you've gone and done something foolish.
I feel like you need to define foolish at this point, and like which thing? I've done a few. The possum. I miss
Oh, that was
possum.
funny.
I didn't mean it.
But it was funny.
It was. We're gonna be
Uh,
screwed for that later, but it's fine.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be hilarious. But no, I was referring to doing anything with a black rose of consumption.
I didn't know it was a black rose of consumption.
Mm,
Right, I'm not the one that reads the textbooks. Do we have textbooks? Is there magical textbooks?
The cat actually rises from its position, stretches. Tail flicks a little bit. There are always magical texts. There's so many.
Can I get one on dimension hopping?
Oh, I'm certain there's a couple of things like that. The library and the House of Secrets.
Oh, great. Just what we want.
Well, you're headed there anyway.
I know, but this is. Why is it always the haunted houses?
History is a living thing, vengeful. It does not slumber, it waits.
You know, sometimes the shit you say is real creepy.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
It comes up, nuzzles you, starts purring.
Loki starts petting it. It's like, you don't just exist in my brain, right?
I am the cat.
Good. I was gonna say, I want you to have friends.
Oh, I
Still
have
petting.
so many friends. And we turn the page and we just see a panel of what is known in our universe as the cat. It is an entity of the dreamscape. One of the few powerful entities of the dreamscape that is an agent of chaos and pure magic. It has friends, many, many strange and terrible friends, such as Death in Dreams. And then you see that is the guardian of forbidden knowledge and a peaceful death. And entities such as the Devourer. It is literally a nightmare beast. an entity that, if it had morality, it would be evil, but it is just a force. And then Jenny Anydots, a fairy that is made up of tons of different kinds of candies, pending on the era in which you meet her. That is a guardian of children's slumber and is incredibly angry. These are just some of the cat's many friends.
Do I count as one of your friends?
Not yet. You're more of a project.
Fair enough. So, how much fun would it be to maybe throw a reality storm in the House of Secrets? How much fun would you have?
It would be interesting to see, but I'd be afraid that I don't think we would have these conversations anymore.
No. Noted.
There is many things in the house, including an old guardian.
He won't
We
like me
don't-
fucking with things.
Oh, we don't know what side he's on anymore. He's been out of circulation for a very long time.
Even you don't know?
Dreams don't escape the House of Secrets.
Interesting. I'll keep an eye out for anything that looks interesting on paper. For once. It might not be paper. I'll keep an eye out for things.
That's good. There's much there.
Oh, did you see my new cool boots? And Loki is like showing off the hover boots. Like,
Yeah, they look even fancier here than they do in reality.
stole it from a bee.
Many bees.
Many bees. She's creepy. Too many bees. Bees are nice. Why did you make them evil?
Didn't make them evil, just angry.
Per bees.
And with that, we turn the page. The two of you wake up in the base. It is quiet. It is incredibly quiet. Aside from just the two of you. What are you doing?
Probably like to say that I get up. What time did we go to sleep? And it must have been like 6 a.m. or something.
Yes, precisely 6 a.m.
So it's probably like 3 now at the very late, or like earliest.
It is 3:17.
And when's our class with Professor Dickhead?
5.
You know, do we need to go?
I mean, I don't give a shit about him because I've already done this class, but I think it'll look weird if we don't show up. And plus, we might find the mark there, the very at the you know the very like the very least. Are you hungry? Got some protein bowls, some with kale. I've got a veggie bowl with soy.
Make Switzerland is round the corner.
Well, yeah, but this helps with, you know, bruises and stuff like that. It'll get you more... No? Oh, okay, I'll just...
A McFlurry helps with the antidepressants.
I don't think sugar is the best idea right after we got our butts kicked and been up all night.
In fairness, no one kicked my butt.
Alright, and he just grumpily starts to eat his rice and quinoa fucking chicken bowl.
Loki goes out and, like, comes back with just 4 different McFlurries and 2 cans of energy juice, and is, like, finishing 1 can and opening the second with the McFlurries, and she's like, oh, shit, I forgot to ask, did you want anything?
No, I'm good. As he's
So-
he's halfway through like a juice at this point that he's made.
I'm just... Not Keo. Jeez. Loki would take a seat, like, put their feet on the table next to his bowl and just start eating all of the McFlurries, like... And
So-
that's why we go to McSwitzerland.
Shit's fucked.
McSwitzerland? Or just
No, I mean the whole...
your breakfast?
No, this was good, actually. It's got a lot of good carbs and, you know, protein and
It
vitamins.
It looks like sadness in a bowl.
I'll have you know that this helps me, like, get around half the time. You should, you know, try it. It's really good.
No.
Plus, I got some good, like, sauces and stuff in here.
See, okay. This is why I have a multitude of McFlurries. So this one is one of their Easter ones, like, you know, the like cream egg ones. So I've got one of them. I've got one of the Christmas peppermint ones. I've
Wait,
got a Malteser.
how do you have 2 holiday ones at the same time?
I have a hookup. It's fine.
Okay.
And then this one is just one that they make for me, and it is all of the toppings, all of the sauces, and just a shit ton of ice cream.
I
It's
feel like
referred
you're
to
gonna
as the
die.
McDon't. It's the McDon't.
Yeah. And he looks at it, it's like there's like a bit of like green that comes off of it. I'm just like,
It's second only to the energy juice, like, McFlurry floats that they make me sometimes. Those are top tier. And then you
I'm
have
sh-
sadness.
I'm sure, yeah. I meant the shit's fucked in the fact that we've lost somebody, don't know where they are. We've got a giant god or force or something that wants to eat you. The villains are all over the place. We still have Sanguine that's out and about, and apparently I'm not the only one who went missing 10 years ago. So
You did a what now?
So I told you, you know, how, like, I got hit by a time rift and I showed up here 10 years
No.
later?
Pretty sure you kept that one quiet.
Actually, I think Strata would have, like, told y'all for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he needed, like, somebody to tell.
Well, if you did tell me, I forgot. Whoops.
Hmm.
So is that why we're in like a base that's falling apart?
I'm going to ignore that for now, and just assume that is the cholesterol trying to mess up your brain right now.
I'm pretty sure one of the ceiling things, like the bars, fell during the night.
I go
Over
to
there.
look, did one of them fall?
Not a bar. But
Okay.
what fell in the night is, you know how with those drop ceilings there are panels.
Mm-hmm.
One of the
Oh,
panels
one of us.
fell from the drop ceiling.
He just sees this and just goes he just goes into a spew of like profanity, just like, God damn piece of shit.
Wait,
He's like anger right now.
wait.
What?
What's his face? The grumpy bastard. Ripper.
Who?
The Ripper. You're
Have I
supposed to
heard
be 10
of the
years
Ripper?
The professor.
The professor's nickname.
Oh, the
is
professor. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know him. He was in my class.
So you're both ancient. But you're also not
I
ancient.
am not ancient. I am the same age as you.
But he's a... Is that why he's such a dick?
No, he's always been an asshole.
Do you have a story I can use to get back at him?
But I know anything that would be like embarrassing about this guy?
Truly embarrassing? No.
Yeah.
But there's enough just small fun facts that you can definitely fill an afternoon with. But none of them that would, truly elicit shame.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Is he-
don't.
Does he recognize you?
I don't
do
think
you
so.
get
He's too.
Do you get good grades in his class?
To be honest, I haven't looked at my grade in his class, so.
Hmm.
Like, to be honest, it has been weeks and he has not noticed a thing. I think it's just because he loves to hear himself talk and everybody else is just blank faces.
Was he trying to be a hero? And then just
No, he was just a shitheaded school. Thought he knew the most, from a rich family.
Wow.
Spoon-fed from what I can tell, anyway.
The curse of the cishet white man.
Hmm.
We're gonna have to go to his class, but I want to make his class more fun.
Well, what do you mean by fun?
Fun for us, a living nightmare for him. Something like the marble incident.
So, while I understand that sentiment, I don't think using our powers or stuff like that to make somebody's life hell is a good idea.
I never said
Just-
use my powers.
When have you not used your powers in a situation?
You're right. You didn't need to be so loud about it, but you're right.
What? Not trying to be loud. I'm just saying. Just because he's an asshole doesn't mean we can give him as much shit as we want, as much as we want to, and as much as he deserves it.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it means, but you know. I should have asked the cat.
The cat?
Yeah, friend. Kind of. Maybe. Eventually. Who knows? Shit.
Is this some more magic stuff?
I like talking to cats. I was supposed to get some of my underclassmen into the... Whoops.
Into the what?
Oh, someone was throwing a party last night and I was supposed to sneak in some of the freshers who don't understand that the way to sneak into places is just make it look like you're supposed to be there yet.
Gotcha.
You know, just walk with purpose. If anyone stops you, just say, oh, you're just going to your dorm. It's simple to sneak into the village. Jeez.
And that is the point where a proximity alarm goes off.
Right. We got a problem, and I go to the table and slam a button to turn on the screens for the outside. See what the heck's going on.
Noted villains safe and sound just flew past your base at speed but low to the ground to be enough to proc the proximity alarm. They are quickly moving past, heading towards the direction of downtown.
Fuck class. Let's call in sick, yeah?
I don't want to, but yeah.
Oh, well.
I don't want to go to class, but I also don't want to deal with safe and sound.
I mean, they're bad guys and are clearly up to something right now.
Yeah, but, fine. Don't blame me if there's another marble incident.
Fine.
Let's go.
Heads off.
So you go off tracking safe and sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are moving at speed, flying, the two of them. Headed to downtown.
Can I do sorry.
After a bit of pursuit, you realize they're being chased.
Alright. Who are they being chased by?
Another villain.
Alright.
It seems that they have absconded something from an old Silver Age villain called Baron von Schmutz.
Hey.
Also known as the Iron Baron. They used to be, a suit villain and was very, very imposing. Had sort of a railway theme. Now he is a retiree. Still has a lot of tech, and now is in this sort of railway car themed scooter. But it flies. It has two billowing smokestacks and is pursuing them through the air, and is somehow, whilst somewhat lagging behind, is nimble enough to keep up with them, and is just when you can see his face, he's a face twisted in rage.
It's like they let old schmutz out of the old folks' home.
Who stole his pacemaker?
I don't know.
We know who stole his pacemaker.
I would like to do been reading the files on these two new supervillains.
Okay, let's go with it.
It's Layla Superior. 9.
Okay.
First encountered. Yeah. Tell the team one important detail you've learned from your studies. The DM will tell you what, if anything, seems different from what you remember.
So you get to define something about safe and sound.
Okay. They are brothers who bicker a lot.
That's what you remember.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you remember before the time jump.
Mm-hmm.
Safe is still, they're not related anymore.
Oh.
And Sound has gone from being another tech-based villain to being a superpower villain who uses, instead of sonic devices, has innate sonic powers. While Safe still is a tech villain.
Interesting. Okay. Before we get into a fight here, I also want to do be mindful of my surroundings and do and assess the situation.
Sounds good. Hit it up.
9 again.
Okay.
Ask no questions.
Right.
So, what here is the biggest threat? How can we best end this quickly?
Biggest threat, surprisingly enough, is the Baron.
Yeah.
Because Safe and Sound, whilst definitely villains, and they like to steal from everybody, as is apparent, they typically have sort of a rogue's code that they don't kill. They might put you in traction, but they don't kill. And they're relativistically moral. The Baron has death rays. Like, will make people just vaporize into a pile of ash. And that was the lower level tech.
Yeah.
Like, this guy is close to Silver Age Lex Luthor levels of I'm going to make people disappear villainy.
Gotcha.
And that's not even getting into the goo ray.
How can we end this quickly? Is there a thing I can use or abuse here?
He always has the same device flaw to all of his stuff, and the guy just loves his exposed thematic exhaust ports. And plugging those up always causes a cataclysmic overheat. Like, it's something he's known about for decades, but still just can't stop himself from doing.
Gotcha. Like, Safe and Sound has some new tech. Well, so what do you want to do?
I once again have. What are Safe and Sound carrying? How large is it?
It is bigger than a bread box, but it is smaller than a barrel.
Okay. I have a very bad idea, but it might
Okay.
work.
All right, what's your bad idea?
I'm gonna take the thing off of safe and sound, and then we're gonna fucking bolt.
Fine, and I'll see if I can't stuff something into the old man's exhaust ports. Right.
All right.
Hmm.
So, you guys, because you've been following them, and they are both, one, because Safe and Sound are very worried about the old man getting close enough to use the myriad weapons at his disposal, and the old man very much in hot pursuit, wanting to use those myriad weapons at his disposal upon those who have absconded with his tech. You get the drop on the both of them. So go ahead and tell me what it is y'all are trying to do. Like, you guys can decide amongst yourselves who gets to go first.
Should I go first to get the thing to, like, kind of surprise them and have the item that they're all chasing for?
I think it works. Plus, we also have an extra team from the captain thing. See?
So I'm gonna do my burns. That should be a +2.
7.
7. Oh, let's mark another condition.
Yay.
Yay!
What are you marking?
Insecure.
Sounds good.
And now I am going to take the item from them.
How are you going to go about that?
It's the wonderful power of Yoink, aka Snatch.
Okay.
So it's one of my flares, which is spend 1 burn to use your powers to seize any one object up to the size of a person from someone within view.
Okay.
It's
That's
mine
pretty
now.
good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So I just want to see how you are going to yoink. I just want to see how well the yoink goes off. So go ahead and roll me freak.
Boink.
7. Okay. So it goes off, but not without a little bit of a hiccup. So you managed through your magic to this large item that Safe is primarily carrying. It in his hands it bursts into a aerial glitter bomb. So the fashion faux pas just explodes in his hands and glitters the area with so much glitter as this thing then is produced into yours. Two
Loki's gonna-
things.
Oh no.
One, it's ticking now. 2, it is very heavy.
Great. Loki's gonna activate the boots and try and fly up and away from people. Well, up to get away from civilians, but in the opposite direction of Safe Sound and the Baron. Just
Okay.
nope.
We'll get to that action in a moment.
Oh
But
no.
next, we head over to Strider and see if you can't get the drop on the old man.
I think what he's gonna try to do is kind of see where they're trying to go, then cut him off, and then jump onto his his flying contraption as they pass by.
All right.
Mhm.
This feels like a direct engage.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll danger.
All right, and I have a +1 for this. That's a 7.
Okay, so you get 1 off
Yeah.
the menu.
I think. I guess I'm gonna take something from them, which is this like speeding thing. I'm gonna like pull some caltrops out as I jump of my belt, and I'm gonna say like, "Hey, Captain Crunch, it's been a while," and like shove it into the exhaust port.
My name is not Captain Crunch! And then there's this explosion. And the two of you end up spinning out.
I'm gonna grab him. You know,
I need you to take a powerful blow.
not again. It's fine. You're powerful. God damn it!
Full hit. Okay.
Why?
Because
Why?
No good deed goes unpunished. From our menu, you have a number of choices. You either remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, lose control of your powers in a terrible way, or you get 2 options from the lesser list, which is struggle past the pain marked in two conditions, give ground to your opposition, they get an opportunity, or lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition.
Okay. That makes sense here. Because I don't want to just fucking pass out again.
I think if I were in your position, I would say your power set or some of your tools go awry, and it's things
from the explosion.
Things lose control.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, so my belt just goes.
So we're going to play one of my favorite games as an ST, from one storyteller to another. You tell me how this goes wrong, and I'll tell you how it gets worse.
I think that the explosion tears into the belt. That falls away, but you can see that there's still flames on it. And you see that eventually, like, smoke bombs go off in it, and a number of, like, batarangs, which is, look, it's batarangs, okay, people? It's batarangs. And I think it would be really cool if there was, like, just like a goo bomb that, like, sticks in place, that is used for mostly just like to like hold down a foot or whatever for a bit, but now it's just like a big old mass of just goo everywhere.
Okay, so the two of you crash and burn. You manage to protect Schmutz. So he is alive and well. His contraption is strewn across the pavement. The two of you together, mostly unharmed, but you're both now stuck to the ground. As smoke goes everywhere. I think there was actually, fireworks in his arsenal. They're going off everywhere. It is just loud, cacophonous, bright, middle of the day, and you're stuck to the pavement.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I just have him held, and I'm just like, so, do people know you're out of your room right now?
was not in the villain's home. No, 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 no. I retired well. I was in my mansion. I was
Mention,
in
that
the
was
middle
really
of
good.
I was middle of eating brunch. I know it's late, but brunch. And all of a sudden my alarms go off. And they've made way with my cosmological... It's very complicated. But what...
Look, I get it, okay? Look, I get it. I know that you've like earned your rest and stuff like that, but you can't just go trying to like kill people in like these days.
But you don't understand. This thing in the wrong hands could mess with the timeline.
And I like try to like reach up like my arm to like touch my communicator, but I can't because of the goo, and I'm just like, ah,
Meanwhile, so Loki.
You mentioned wrong hands.
Yes.
Possibly
It's-
the worst set of hands to have this thing.
It's ticking. It is very heavy. And even with your newly purloined boots, it is slow going to get away from everyone.
You know, Loki's just gonna say, sorry, Strider, and then do a thing.
and
What are you attempting to do?
Loki wants to create a reality storm to send this thing to a pocket dimension.
Okay.
bag of holding,
So
collapsible hole. This is gonna be great.
please roll for me a freak for unleashing your powers.
We're all gonna die.
I
Oh no,
think
it's going to be so
this-
much worse.
I think this will also remove my insecure, which is
Okay.
to clear it, take full hardy action without talking to your team.
I mean, you did talk, but I can't respond, so I just hear this like, fuck.
Could I also use one of the team to get an extra +1?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can use it
that's what that's
selfishly.
for.
What it does, if you're using it on your lonesome without someone else helping you, which right now would be the case because unfortunately your teammate is glued to the pavement, you can adjust your labels. So you can move one up and one down.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So what labels being moved up and what labels being moved down?
Superior's being moved down,
Okay.
and Dangerous being moved up.
Okay.
It worked. I got a hit.
Okay.
Did you add your +1 from it?
No, that freak didn't get a +1.
Yeah, so it's a 10.
So no, because I'm believing. Okay, yeah, no, that was
Yeah, you
already
just
with a
rolled-
+4. No, that was 9. So
Oh, it's a +4?
I've got +3 to my freak, and then I added in the extra thing just a 1. So
No,
I did do the
it-
+1.
okay, so, but it's still a 9, regardless.
I've been using my modifiers all game.
Well, they should auto calc. So, but
Oh, if you're clicking the button next to the thing, it automatically adds the modifiers.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. So this, you do the thing, but not without ramifications. So I want you to choose from me. Because you could either mark a condition, or I will tell you how it is unstable or temporary.
I'm gonna mark a condition.
What condition would that be?
Guilty.
Okay.
Because, this is not how Loki imagined it going. It's how it on brand went, but you know, they had hope.
So, you cause a reality storm. You thrust this device of some sort, of unknown provenance, but great, dire, terrible power. And you just shunt it off to the first dimension that you can rip a hole to. I'm going to leave a pin in that. As we just see this object thrust out of this space and time to another space and time. Yeah.
I'm imagining
Loki, I
Strider.
swear, if you sent me 10 years into the future with this shit,
I'm just imagining your mentor is just gonna want to murder Loki for all the shit that they're doing.
So we turn the page, and we see from earlier in our comic book history, as when there have been a number of sidekicks, henchmen, somewhat noteworthy, but not high profile, that have just gone missing through the years of comic book publishing. And there hasn't been need to be a reason that they have just disappeared. Because that just happens in comics. However, we have just seen this thing go away through terror in space and time and detonate. And as it has, it has caused a number of individuals to just blink out of existence. In other places, it has torn holes in reality. It has torn holes in space-time. And at a particular point within our beautiful Milky Way galaxy, it has torn a hole in space-time. One where we see a lot of the heroes of Empire City, Paradise City, Sunset City, a lot of different places all converge as this alien force, multidimensional, known simply as the Bleed, ooze through this hole, trying to essentially assimilate this realm of reality. That's where our heroes are. And so we have found an origin point for a cosmological time bomb. We turn the page. And we just see safe going to sound. Oh crap. And sound just going, we can't worry about it now, we just need to go. And they take off.
even though I'm stuck to the ground, can I try to do something to stop them?
What would you like to try to do?
So, the only gadgets I've got are my, grappling hook that's in my, wrist shield thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to, shoot it at them to try to tie one of them up? Like a
Bolo?
Ebola? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Directly engage your threat.
Okay. 8, so kind of works.
Yes, please take one off the menu. What would you like?
Okay. An opportunity for my allies. I mean, I don't know where Loki went.
No, you don't.
I guess I'm going to. I can't really take something from them with this. I don't feel like it makes sense. I think either like an impress, surprise, or like frighten them.
Okay, I think this feels like a surprise.
Yeah.
And so you manage, even in your compromised state,
Yeah.
to fire off this grapple.
I'm just like
And-
trying to move my wrist around to get the right like thing going.
And it immediately wraps up around Sound's lower right leg,
Mhm.
halting her quickly. She is startled, absolutely startled. As Safe now looks on with concern, and immediately, without thinking,
Mhm.
Safe produces some sort of cutting blade, iron,
Mhm.
cuts Sound free,
Mhm.
and then you just see the two of them blink out. Like they're there one moment, the next minute they're gone.
Just gonna lie there. Just be like, Baron, it was a good shot. What do you think?
I magnificent shot, but
Yep.
it is definitely the device. Someone activated it.
Yep. Well, I would say we could, get out of here, but the anti-goo stuff that I had was also in the thing that blew up. So I think we're gonna be here for a while, or until somebody strong, pulls us out of here.
I think and he struggles, but with one good arm, he manages to produce a vial. His purple, it smells god awful. No. And pours, and it takes some time, but eventually the two of you are able to pry yourselves free from the ground.
Thanks, for helping me with that, I guess. That feels weird saying that to you, though. Not gonna lie.
Understandable, but no, the device has been activated, and without safety protocols, without proper inputs, it's just going to randomly do things. Like, just move molecules from one dimension to the next. Without it being properly plugged in to a mainframe with guidance computers and virtual intelligence. It just is going to randomly just start doing things.
Here, why don't you just sit down for a sec? We'll wait till the cops get here, we can talk about this. I think since you were trying to, defend your property, I think they might, be a little bit nicer. Loki, are you alright? We heard something, go off.
Maybe. Loki's gonna land next to him and just be like, so good news and bad news, or bad news and worse news? No,
Yeah, and
bad
just-
news, worse news, and good news.
Just give me the news.
Safe and Sound don't have the thing anymore. The
That's
thing-
good, right, Baron? That's good.
But yes, but I'm afraid it's already active.
Yeah, it activated when I took it. And then I panicked. And I sent it to another dimension, and I don't know where.
Oh dear.
I'm
Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
gonna look around. Is there any like damages to like civilians or anything or buildings?
Aside from the massive metallic skid mark that you left on the pavement, and then the area where there's still some goo, but it's mostly solvent at this point,
Yeah.
that was actually a very safe landing. Not much in the way of property damage. It was actually like almost Superman quality of violent control.
I'm gonna. Think I'm gonna. Think I'm gonna comfort or support. And I think I'm gonna comfort Loki by just saying like, "Hey, you did the right thing. You got it out of here. Nobody got hurt."
See, this is the thing. I don't know what it did. Darn, what was that?
He said it was a time device, right?
It was part of a project back towards the end of my heyday where I was going to finally be able to be rid of Captain Light and send him to another space, time that I never had to be in conflict with him ever again.
How is Light these days?
Retired to the French Riviera.
It's not bad. Do y'all still talk?
No,
Handbells?
I still hate him.
Right.
Strider, we've been talking a lot about time today.
Hmm.
And
Seems
how,
to be a
like,
real running theme.
yeah, but magic and time, it's wishy-washy. What if that was what caused you to go poof?
Stop some things for a sec.
You may have inadvertently sent yourself into the future by 10 years by this whole thing. Also mostly my fault, but it's fine. It wasn't my all I could do was grab the thing. It wasn't my fault. It activated.
I think he's gonna like give her a small nudge. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
did your best. People are okay. I'm okay. If that's what went down, then that's what went down. That's the job.
Please
Yeah, but
roll
I
mundane and see if these words hit.
I have a -1, but I have influence, so I get to add a +1.
You get to add a +1.
7.
Okay. So with the comfort and support, they hear you. Okay, so Loki, you have a choice. You can mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels.
I'm going to clear a condition.
Which one are you clear?
I'm gonna clear afraid.
Okay.
Keeping angry and guilty.
Sounds good. So yeah, that sort of informs how Strider's words and act of comfort sort of lands.
Yeah. We can't turn it off, Strider. Unless I try and bring it back.
Baron, if Loki can bring it back, can you turn it off?
I might be able to, especially if we can bring it back to my shop. There, I should be able to activate the failsafe, but without the device, I cannot even begin to shut it off.
Could I have just stuffed that thing's exhaust port?
I didn't. It is part of a larger device that does have a stack exhaust, but it itself does not.
Oh, great. Okay. Can Loki try and bring this thing back?
Before you try, return the page.
Oh.
And we see for the second time in less than 24 hours a light turn on in the House of Secrets. And then we just see the same style of text box that was talking with Vale appear in the House of Secrets. Well, I guess I have to come back out. And then we turn the page and we just see this media blitz already occurring.
Fuck. Paparazzi are here.
No. Far worse. In the world full of superheroes in the modern age, and things like, YouTube. Well, there are villains that are now publicly funded privately through Patreon. Fund the villain. And there are different Patreon tiers. For one, Ulysses 2, a media sort of mogul style supervillain who crowdsources his funding and his henchmen. And what Ulysses 2 is primarily known for is finding all those dirty little clips of superheroes and supervillains screwing up and making a sort of like Botchamania style program. But here, in this moment, already tubes at work. So, all of a sudden, you're missing a loved one. All of a sudden, you cannot find that pair of keys. All of a sudden, you, my friends, are missing like the $20 bill that you swore you knew where it was, the credit card that you left on the nightstand. Well, folks, we know precisely who's responsible for all those missing items and missing people. Yes, it is a new failure of a superhero, Loki. They somehow got a hold of a terrible device from supervillain of an age past, and just in that moment, maybe given into the most darkest nature. Or perhaps it was even worse, folks, incompetence, and just sent it off with their magical abilities to who knows where to detonate it, rend the timeline asunder. You wonder why all those heroes can't save you, haven't been around to prevent property damage? Well, we now know who's responsible, folks. Turn the page.
Fuck this guy. I'm gonna beat him up.
Gonna have to go make all your way to Sunset City. And that, folks, is where we're going to take our break. And remember, if you too want to sponsor some supervillain level villainy, Patreon. There are no better solutions.
Welcome, mortals, to Morning Ritual.
Welcome to Upon These Crystals is
playing Beyond the Twilight Road.
And welcome to Forest and Flame on the Critical Misses channel. Welcome to another episode of Kingsguard.
A 6-part miniseries titled The Growing of the Dim.
I would like to cast Witch Bolt on her.
Yeah, can I make 6 attacks against her?
It's a thing.
I do believe some people wanted to do some goblin blood shots.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we did want to do that.
It looks like your plan is half-baked.
In between one of the quacks, I'll just get like really loud and just say, "Run."
Dear alumni, you are invited to celebrate your class's 15-year reunion at Deimos Academy. As one of the longest operating boarding schools, we are looking forward to seeing how successful you have become. Our strict regimen of putting excellence first and educating children to stay in line has created some of the best alumni. As you all know, some of the world's most powerful people have graced our halls, from celebrities to technology geniuses. And if they did not attend here, then consider yourself lucky to be receiving a better education than they did. We look forward to meeting with you. Remember, excellence always. In Deimos Academy, players are taking on the roles of alumni who used to attend the boarding school. They are called back at the school to attend a 15-year reunion to discover that they are the only ones there in this creepy old academy. Through this collaborative horror role-playing game, players will explore different rooms and roll dice to collect memories. When they succeed, they collect the memory and they get to color in a part of the room. In the final room, characters will face their biggest fears. Players will build the story together, remembering things from their characters' pasts and attempting to overcome their fears and the trauma that they experienced as children. So get ready for your reunion. Deimos Academy awaits your arrival.
In the town of Habisha, there are always exciting going-ons amongst the members of society, and the spring of 1818 is no exception. Rumors are everywhere, and scandal is never more than a moment away. But true love might just be around the corner. How might the past change one's future? Which is stronger, the head or the heart? And who will find their happily ever after? Queer Society on the Critical Misses channel. Festivities begin each Wednesday at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. Sharp. Don't be late.
That was not a smooth transition, but hey, we're live. That's the mood today. That is the mood today.
Oh! Sometimes you need it, girl. I got my click clack bag. God damn it, Noir.
Thank you all for having me, and I'm glad I was on before Bria because there's no way to follow her, so it's good.
Garlic smells and tastes like ass. Well, you show me an ass that tastes like garlic, and I'm gonna find myself a new partner.
No.
Summer of Abria.
You could make someone cry over like Romeo and Juliet, or I could make them cry with a story about a werewolf giving a blowjob. And if I could do that, that's a trick to pull off.
Today, your PSA is that when you watch streamers, content creators, YouTubers, influencers, you do not actually know them. You may know their name, you may know facts about them, you do not know them. This is your PSA to not be overfamiliar. Thank you and have a good day.
And that's kind of why, I'm trying to be as unapologetic as possible, is because I'm trying to be the person that I needed back when I was growing up.
I'm starting Game Gate. Game Gate. Game Gate starts here, and it's that Gabe is an actual fey creature, and they're just messing with us. A new IP comes out that's perfect for you, right? But in order for this to exist, we have to get rid of another IP, and whichever IP you replace it with, that's how big it gets.
Star Wars. Bye.
I'll tell you one motherfucking thing. If you're in Australia, go fuck yourself. Australia. Yeah, that's right. I'm picking a fight with the entire goddamn continent of Australia.
So,
go fuck yourself,
tune
mate.
in for October 24th, our show where we have Wasabate, who is in fact Australian, and has promised us one authentic g'day.
You know what? If your name is Liam O'Brien, go fuck yourself too. It's hands for you on sight, Caleb.
Damn.
So what do you want to do about it? Do you want to play this game with me? Or do you want to forfeit? I don't really think you can keep up with me, but I'd love to see you try. Darling.
Hey,
Brooke Anita!
My co-host has been murdered.
You just gotta lie a lot and have one solid apology at the end, and that is the secret to Young Justice working every time.
I feel like that is a Thieves Guild's mantra. Lie longer, lie better. Papa John's.
Anita quite literally said, Noir knows him. And I was like, co-signed. All right, welcome aboard. I was like, that is enough for me. Noir knows and likes this person.
Well, we can always make a Respect Women Juice flask, so you can have it wherever you go.
I'm already working on putting it on a mug.
Excellent. Next, you need shot glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a quick shot of Respect Women Juice. Yeah.
Huh? Where am I?
We're going into the that guy segment. Did you just black out for a little bit?
I was so busy fighting that everything just went red for a second.
You cannot do what I do, like at all. But I can't do what you do. And no one can tell your story. No one can sing your song but you.
I always realized Critical Misses. It's just it's a femme-focused channel, and the critical, okay, haha. And then I was like, wait a second. When you roll a 1, that's a critical miss. It
Just get the pun.
Yes,
Just get the pun.
I just got the pun.
Hello, everyone. We're back with more Masks Advanced Studies. Glad to have you here, and glad to get back into some super heroics with critical misses. Last we were reading our comic, we had just found out that there were ramifications for using powers and sending things off into random dimensions. There are these things called consequences. That's why we're here. That's why we're really here. And so we return to our heroes with a little bit of a time jump. I want you to describe for me what you would do after the police have already come by, taken statements, taken our Herr Schmutz back to his mansion. It is now far past class. It's about 8 p.m. now. Where are you? What are you doing?
So we've got the House of Secrets tonight about midnight.
Yeah.
Which gives us 4 hours. We could go to the Baron and see about trying to fix the timey-wimey bullshit that I've fucked up.
Well, I wouldn't say fucked up. I think you did the best in a bad situation. But yeah, we should go see if we can get something with him. And then see about the house.
So, you head to the Baron's residence. It is a surprisingly beautiful state. It's much brighter and more pleasant than you were thinking at first glance. There's a large sort of lawns outside the city proper, and has a bunch of tulips, which somehow, even at this time of year, are in bloom. It is just a lovely place to be. The only thing that's strange is that amongst this beautiful garden, there is a series of tiny railroads. They are just darted about, always roaming. But you go up to the door, and you're about to press the doorbell when something catches both your eyes. There's a black rose of welcome mat.
Slowly get my shields into position.
I'm gonna kill this fucking coyote. I'm gonna kill him.
Do you try the door?
No. I want to do another assess the situation, see like a quick glance what the heck's going on. If like the lights are out, if he's home, or if there's been a fight somewhere. So
go ahead and roll superior. Wow, full hit. Strider coming out of the gate.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
You get multiple off the list.
Okay, so I get 3 because I'm a smart person. So I guess on this, what here can I use to figure out if there's been an attack here? What here is in the greatest danger? And gosh, definitely what here is the biggest threat, I think. Because I'm instantly just like trying to see if we're about to be like ambushed or anything like that.
The biggest threat and the greatest danger have a lot. And that is Herr Schmutz was let's just face it, a mad scientist. The man was able to do things that most mortal men most mortal scientists were just incapable of because they weren't quite that eccentric. And so, just through force of will and eccentricity, he caused reality to bend ever so slightly to his whim and make it so that his creations worked. This is his house. He has a workshop. How many doomsday devices does this man have, and what is their current state?
He was very big on the whole doomsday thing, even when I was around. And he was still old by that time too. He was still old.
But yeah, so that's both the greatest danger and the greatest threat. Is any number of these things could either be on, ticking down, or missing. As for what you can use to see if there's been a fight here, you have a number of devices on your backup utility belt, because I'm almost certain you have one. That you can
I grab a new one from the base.
Like I just see this box that just says utility belts in a supply closet, and it's just getting a little low. There's only 5 left in the box, but you've been through a number. But yeah, there's a number of devices. Without entering, you can kind of scan the building, get an idea of damage, etc.
Like, push a button, I guess, on my mask. Can I get like a heat signature of the place? Is there anything that's spiking?
The basement is not looking hot. It's actually looking quite the opposite. It looks quite cold. And actually the entire building looks rather cold.
You see, like, the mask eyes go red for a sec. Loki, as I look around. It's like, well, it's really cold in there, as far as I can tell. I don't see anybody in there, but if he wanted the Guinness World record of coldest house freezer, he definitely is up there.
Yeah, but he's old. Old people like the heat.
You know, it's a good point. I'm gonna look behind us. Is there anybody, like, watching us or anything?
Nope. Just the running of tiny trains.
Could I do my new thing?
Yes.
Ooh, new thing? Tell me the new thing.
The out of this world. Loki's just gonna, like, plop down and start focusing on, like, cosmic energies because fucking Coyote's been here.
Yeah, go for it. I am all about this.
So fun. Submit. Fuck yeah!
Yeah, that's a full hit. That's an 11.
Nice. Awesome, Faye.
So, out of this world, on a 10 plus, shift your labels to match your understanding. So you come to a new interesting insight about the current problems in the situation. I will tell you what. Okay, so you tune in to this sort of Akashic record with this cosmic consciousness as you manipulate your magics. And before you spreads out time and history. It's like a city with buildings being moments, space and time. And you shift and walk through the city. And this is all happening at incredible speed. For you, it is taking the time of strolling. And you come to this place and this woman. And yes, Wiley was here. And unlike the time lives, Wiley tears holes in space-time and absconded with shreds. But that's not all he did. Pretty much everything that the good Baron is working on is also missing. Wiley raided the place, everything that would be pertinent to stopping what's already in motion.
What? What's up? What's wrong?
So I'm gonna kill a coyote. It's just getting further on my shit list. Everything's gone.
Everything from
The Baron and all of the things he was working on.
we need to get to the house now.
I feel like we're gonna get to the house and the same thing's gonna fucking happen. He's ripping holes in time, and we are steps behind him.
I'm gonna contact Vale. Just like,
Who?
just gonna say, hey, just so you know, I'm still mad at you, but Von Smooch's gear is all gone, and he's gone too. I don't know if you want to help or not, but we're gonna head to the House of Secrets. We think that's their next hit.
You don't get a verbal response, but you get a message.
Yeah.
Be incredibly careful.
Hey, Faye?
Yeah.
That saved us a lot of time, and that might be the time we need to stop this.
He fucks with time. Time means nothing to him.
Yeah, but like, if he was just like fucking with time, right? He would be able to do just whatever he wanted. There's I think there's a limit to what he can do. We're not out of this yet.
He needs somewhere to hold everything.
Yeah.
This dimension or another. Are you sure you don't know more about who the hell he is?
We can try a bin reading the files, because I don't think I've done one on him.
Go for it.
Can I assist?
Sure. You can get a +1 to this.
Yay!
Do I get an extra +1 because this is part of my assist the situation thing?
Sure.
The trying to like find out where the fuck everything is, you know?
Sure. Let's
So
This is us just being like, please give us more. We
it's
need
just like
help.
we don't know what to do.
9.
9, yeah.
Okay, so not quite a full hit.
That was without any modifiers.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Without modifiers. Okay, so that'll be a full hit.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool. And hit tell the detail, one important detail you've learned about from your studies. Don't know much about him, I would say, but I would say that what I've read was like nobody knows how he got the time shit to go down, but there is a thief that used to be around with a similar name and vibe. If that makes any sense, or would you prefer something else? Because I know that been reading the files, it's kind of
There was a anti-hero back in the day that went by Wiley that was precisely that. This one has taken up the name, but not necessarily the myth.
Gotcha.
He wasn't an anti-hero. He was trying to become a hero.
Gotcha.
But an incident due to a time hiccup sent him down this path of villainy. He was primarily a teleporter, but because of some tragedy, he interacted with something extra-dimensional. And with it, he got more power. But he also turned quite villainous.
Gotcha.
And since then, has been occasionally meddling in precise places in the timeline. And occasionally, when someone or something goes missing, it's attributed to him. He has some strange ability to, almost like Loki, but more precise, move people not just to other dimensions, but to other timelines. So what he's doing here is definitely under his MO, but you don't necessarily know why.
So on a 10 plus, ask the GM a follow-up question. They won't answer honestly. I just wish I knew what to ask. Because I don't want to just be like, where is he now? You know, because that's not fun. What is the one thread in all of his doings that Strider and the gang are missing? What's something that could not pinpoint but guide us in the right direction? Like, is there something that we've been missing in our investigation, I guess is the question.
There are a few things. One, he hasn't put anything back aside from the note and the roses. He hasn't put anyone back yet. He's claimed he will. But apparently the things that he's removing, because he was showed his hand at that note, that he has a plan involved. And all he's been doing is taking items and people to allow whatever plan he's got in order to go forward. And so far, like, in theory, he could take you all out.
Yeah. So why doesn't he? Yeah.
Things have yet to happen. He's waiting.
Loki. All this stuff he's taken, all the folks that have been going, he's hoarding them. He's not just taking them, he's hoarding them for something. We just gotta figure out what would be a big enough place for him to house everything.
Nor when. Weird. It's too many options.
It's like, I know that magic is your forte and time and rifts and stuff like that. Is there anything like is there a dimension that folks know about that is like a holding cell for things? Or is there like some kind of like trace we can put on him? Because he just like took everything from here. Like there has to be like some sort of like magic residue or something. There's always like fingerprints at the the scene of a crime.
I tried to trace him with the rose, and that was a bad choice.
Well, maybe the rose is there to fuck with us. Maybe he's trying to get us to focus on the rose more than what he's doing. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Would Loki know anything that could help?
You know a certain number of things about magic. Know that the House of Secrets possesses a lot. And there's a library. You also know that it is not the only mystical house. But you don't necessarily know where the other ones are located.
Are the mystical houses connected in some way?
They very well might be.
Oh, great. We need to go to the House of Secrets.
Yeah. I think so too. Hey. I know it's been a lot today. But I got your back, alright?
Oh. Sure.
And if we find him, kick his ass. And he like holds out like a fist for a fist bump.
Loki fist bumps back. I am going for more of trap him in a world where he can't use his magic.
Might be a good way to end this. Now, let's take this one step at a time. Oh god.
So you head off back to the House of Secrets. We see our heroes walking up through the gate to the front porch. And then the door just opens.
Well, that's never good.
Hey, means it knows that we're expected.
Was expecting us.
True. And besides, we'd be bad guests if we didn't walk inside.
Loki still, knocks on the door and says, I know you know we're here. They kick their shoes off at the door. To be polite, they're this is
can't really take my shoes off because it's part of the suit. So I'm just wiping my shoes off on the mat.
And Loki walks in great, we're gonna die probably.
Walk in. Strider, do you walk in as well?
I'm not gonna leave my teammate by themselves, so yeah, I will walk.
Strider, you walk through that doorway after Loki. You're in the foyer. You see into the House of Secrets. Directly in your line of sight is a fireplace. It's cold, it's dark. The entire house. And then, as soon as that last bit of your foot passes through the threshold, the fireplace lights up, the door closes and locks behind you. And that is where we're going to end our episode today.
Okay. Spooky Magic House. You know, no idea what's gonna go down. Don't know if the bad guy's here. This will be great.
What's the worst that can...
What's the worst that can swallow? The house could eat us.
You know, I feel like that's a positive outcome. With the amount of shit that could go wrong in this place, the house eating us is that's a good day.
This is why we need Nick Switzerland, folks.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Poke here, Poke World on Twitter, Poke World on Twitch. Thank you all so much for being here. The most important thing is to find out where you can follow these wonderful people, what they're up to, and what the next issue of their solo comics are. So, enough of me blabbering on. Kayla, how you doing, friend? Where can we find you, and what is the next issue of Strider?
Gotcha. I'm Kayla Belmont. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Kaleidoscopes. I am currently looking for games work, so if anybody has anything, if you're looking for a writer that cares about your worlds and wants to make them come alive, I'm your gal. As for the solo issue, I think for number 3, it's going to be, I think, a continuation of number 2, but it turns out that these are all just like Spotlight clones that have been deformed, and you see like there's just a wave of bodies just trying to move towards Strider and Vale as they're like back to back. It's like, and I think it'll be called Team Therapy.
Fantastic. And someone who has always fantastical times, but not necessarily fantastical outcomes, is Loki, played by Faye. How you doing, friend? Where can we find you, and what is the next issue of Loki?
Hi, I'm Faye, or Almost Faye. You can find me at Almost Faye on the 3 T's of the internet, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. I do cosplay stuff. I will come back to Twitch at some point. Currently I'm trying to finish a master's. Wish me luck. And the next issue of Loki's Multiverse of Madness is gonna be an Alice in Wonderland episode. And it's Loki and the cat just causing problems through other people's dreams.
I am so delighted. I am so tickled. That is just the best.
It's also like halfway through, like it starts as Alice in Wonderland, and then like about 2 pages in, it becomes Alice Madness Returns. So like shit ton darker, and just Loki and this cat causing problems for every person's dreams that they encounter.
Okay. I am so tickled. Hey everybody, Poke here. If you want to see more of my ridiculous face, you get a number of opportunities throughout the week. Coming up next is Saturday over on Valgate's channel, 9 p.m. Eastern, as we're back with Defiant Trail of the Dead. Then Sunday, it's time for some good doggos over on Weave the Tale at 3 p.m. Eastern for Pugmire What Lies Buried. On Wednesday, usually you can find me over at Follow Black Cats playing the spy game Hexcrawl, but we will be off for these next couple of weeks, because Sam has got all sorts of the rogue stuff as we are moving more and more into cons coming back. So all of the game publishers have to get all their ducks in a row and decide which ones they're going to. So we'll be back with more Hexcrawl in a couple of weeks, and then be back around here Thursday to rejoin our young heroes as they plumb the depths of the House of Secrets. And thank you all so much for being here. We're live, VOD, YouTube. The story is nothing without its audience. Thank you all so much. Take care of one another, and I hope to see you soon. See you around, folks.